Time to tune in to today's episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. Listen, we have a great show lined up for you. I'm your host, Kim Jacobs, better known as the Balance Doctor. And all of our guests that come on, they're either people that have overcome some tremendous odds in their own lives as they balance this thing called life, or they're experts and they're here to share tips and strategies that will help you better balance and manage your life. Grab your virtual seats and let's get ready for some real relevant and relatable content on today's episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. Guess who's here today? Cynthia Linox. How are you today, Cynthia?
I am doing great, Kim. Good to be here.
I'm doing great too. I'm so glad to have you here in the virtual studio audience. And like we were just saying backstage, I wish we could be closer to each other because you're located where?
I'm located in Dallas, Fort Worth.
Okay, and I'm in the
Dallas,
Charlotte,
Texas.
North Carolina
Dallas,
area.
Texas.
So I did get the pleasure of meeting you at an event.
Yes.
And that's how we crossed paths. Listen, everybody, go ahead and grab your virtual seats and let's get ready for a wonderful graduation today. We are going to be celebrating Cynthia Linox and everything that she has done to get through a training called How to Start Your Own Show from Scratch. So I'm super excited to have her here today. Let's see whoever is coming into the studio audience. Type your name too. Let us know where you're visiting in from. And let's be able to celebrate Cynthia Linox today. And Cynthia, I hear some kind of feedback on that, and I'm not sure if you hear it. Is it coming across clear on your end?
No, it's clear.
Okay, perfect. Okay, as long as it's clear, we cook it with grease. We're going to have a great time here. All right, so as you all get in today, I want to let you know what you can expect. What we have is a program called How to Start Your Own Show from Scratch. Many people have gifts and talents, and you're trying to figure out how to be able to connect with your audience, but maybe you don't know what that process is. Maybe you're a business owner and you have a great relationship with your customers already, but just want to get a deeper relationship with them. Well, when you get an opportunity to have a show of your own, it provides you with a platform to be able to connect with your audience, connect with your clients, provide other people that also get the opportunity to further educate your customers and your clients and your co-authors and your motivational speaking audiences. You name it, you get to connect at a much deeper level. So I am excited because today Cynthia Linox went through this training program and she is one of our graduates as of today. So put lots of love, hugs, celebratory comments in the comment section. What we're going to do is we're going to take a commercial break. And when we come back, I'm going to formally introduce you to Cynthia Linox. We'll be right back, everybody.
I'm attorney Charles Everidge. I started out representing insurance companies until my father was seriously injured at work. 4 of his fingers were amputated. Our family went through a lot, so I know what you're going through as an injured worker. If you've been hurt on the job, call me now. I'll fight to get the workers' comp benefits you may deserve. I'll fight for you like family. Put my experience to work for you. Call 704-457-5000, the first call for injured workers.
We are back, and Cynthia is our guest today. She is a transformational life coach, a motivational speaker that will inspire you to blaze your trail and live life on your own terms. Her clients will attest to how she's empowered them to transform their lives first by self-discovery and awareness. Her trade message is know who you are and choose your narrative and write your own story. Life is made for pleasure and work for satisfaction. Recreate yourself and live is what Cynthia's theory is. So welcome, Cynthia, to the Kim Jacobs Show and to our program of How to Start Your Own Show from Scratch. How do you feel being here today?
I feel great. I really got to give you lots of credit. This is really a dream come through, if I may say so. And it just happened almost automatically. After leaving corporate America a few years ago, I got my certification as a life coach, and I did that for a while, Kim, and it was great dealing one on one with my clients. But I had this thing in me. I wanted to reach a bigger audience. I wanted to really talk to more people. My whole philosophy of life is that we need to live life to the fullest. We need
Yes.
to live our best life now. We need to really live a life of pleasure, which is sometimes taboo. But I'm telling you, it has to be lived because it's what we have presently.
That's
So
right.
I wanted to share with people how. Um, First of all, to even start, we have got to know who we are. And a lot of
Mm.
people, as I talk with my clients, they are really walking around with a whole different identity. They don't know who they are. By
Mm.
the age of 5, we are conditioned to think certain
Right.
thoughts, certain behavior, culturally, socially, religiously, in different phases, and we grow with that. We grow
Yeah.
with those thoughts. We don't really regenerate and recondition our mind to discover who we are. And our lives, really, we need to dedicate time to study who we are. And as we discover who we are, then we can present ourselves, not only to enjoy ourselves, but present ourselves to the world, our best selves
Yeah.
to the world.
I love it. I love the theory. I've enjoyed working with you and learning more about your happy philosophy because I too share that philosophy. So
Yes.
what happened on your own journey that gave you that desire to live that kind of life?
You know, Kim, I have had a good life. And the more I think of it, it's not because things have been perfect. It's just because of the mindset that I have engaged, the mindset that I live with that make things feel or appear to be easy. And we have had situations in our life. We've had loss of family members. Things that can put us into a grieving situation. But I have learned to flip things around to my benefit, just because uh, emotionally, mentally, uh, I want to be in a state of happiness, encourage. I want to be in the stage of just really positive and optimistic. And I've
Mhm.
really just journeyed that way pretty much all my life.
Mhm.
So to me, it's natural. And when I talk with people, so many people go through pain and suffering from
That's right.
one thing leading to another, not really knowing how to step over that hurdle
Mm.
and begin to live a life now, not tomorrow, not next year, but now. Because happiness, what I discovered, Kim, happiness is not wanting something.
That's
Happiness
right.
is enjoying what we have
I
now.
agree. I agree.
Because
And I think happiness is a choice. So every day, regardless of the different circumstances, and to me, happiness isn't always just about smiling and I am happy. That is
right,
not that's not what I'm
that is
saying when I'm
not,
talking about
no,
happiness.
no.
When I'm
Happiness,
saying, go ahead.
no. Well, happiness is a mindset.
That's right.
It's not jumping up and down all the time and, traveling here and all these adventures. That is part of it. But
Mhm.
happiness is a mindset. And I
Yes.
must mention to you, or just bring this up, um, a couple weeks ago, I had a down moment. And
Mhm.
I, had thoughts that came to me, and I was so overwhelmed. And I
Right.
sat with myself, because that's the best person I know to be with. I sat with myself and I tried to really unpack what has brought this to me. And I,
Yes.
I sat there writing, and I thought, who can I share this with? My mom is not here. She was always, my encourager. And my husband, he believes in me. He would say,
Right.
honey, you've got this. But I want a little more than that.
Mhm.
So I sat, this was like late at night, I sat and I was thinking, who can I write to? Who can I talk to that
Right.
would get me? And I sat and I wrote to you,
I
my
remember.
trainer, my instructor. I thought, and really we are just meeting each other.
Right.
But your energy is so alive. Your energy is so aligned with mine. And there was an element of trust. There was an element of, I knew that you would be authentic. And I thought, let me write to Kim, not really expecting you to respond because I just needed to get it out. That was my way of
Right.
getting back on track, in my positive, optimistic mindset.
Right.
I wrote an email, a long email, and just really emptying this feeling of being overwhelmed and trying to figure out where did that come from. And I sent it, and then I had a glass of wine, and I was good to go. Next morning, I woke up and you had responded. I thought, how cool is that? That just really took care of it. So I took care of that situation and I was back to myself.
Aw. Well, you know what? That is
I think we have lost some audio here. I can't hear you.
oh, you know what? I'm actually muted myself. I was trying to mute. I
Oh,
hear echo, so I muted myself, and so I was
okay.
trying to mute you because I hear some type of echo on our communication. But I think it's better. Anyway,
Okay.
so I said I think it's important too to be able to have yeah, I have to mute because it's like something. Is there a device turned up over there, or your phone, is it off or anything?
My phone is off, but I can actually turn it.
Hello, hello. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I hear echo.
I
Yeah, I
just turned
don't I
on
don't
my
hear it anymore.
Okay.
I don't think I hear it anymore. Okay.
Okay.
We're in training over here, huh? Okay. Anyway, what I've learned is that even in identifying when we have situations that put us in a funk, if that makes sense, that we
Yes.
still need to have people that we trust, people
Yes.
that we feel won't harm us in any way
Yes.
whenever they are in the process of hearing some of our innermost thoughts. So I'm grateful that you trusted me in that
Yeah.
more vulnerable moment.
Yes, and that's the word. I felt so vulnerable.
Right.
But it's really interesting, Kim, because I liked that moment of feeling vulnerable
Yes.
because that's the human side of me,
Mhm.
So I really embraced that feeling of vulnerability, and but also that I knew how to get out of that
Perfect.
feeling of funk, as you said.
Yeah. And you say too that you like to live life on your own terms. What does
Yes.
that mean from your own words?
We are so we have tendency to follow tradition.
Mm.
Why do you do things this way? Well, that's the way I grew up. That's the way my grandmother did it. That's the way my mom did it. And there's so many things that do not serve us well
Right.
today. So we need to really inventory those things and know what is relevant to us today so that we can live according to our own perspective of things and not the way it was done 30, 40, 50 years ago.
That's
But really
good.
create our own things. There's certain things that just doesn't serve us today, but we
Right.
follow it because of tradition. And one example that I always say, I say, Thanksgiving, when you go to somebody's house, what do you expect? Turkey. Well, suppose I'm a lobster and filet mignon type person.
Right.
Well,
Right.
and that's just a small example, but there's so many things, and you have to inventory your life
That's
to
right.
determine what works for you today. I always say, as long as you don't infringe on the freedom of
That's right.
another, you are free to make the choices that works for you.
I agree wholeheartedly. And even for Thanksgiving, for example, we may have like baked different flavors of chicken,
Right.
salmon, and macaroni and cheese, whatever we want. It doesn't have to be the traditional put
Right.
a turkey in the oven. But we will do that too if we choose to, but we don't have to do that. So it's a
Exactly.
matter of just having choices.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And someone actually, oh, I see you, Sandra from Jackson. She said, change is great. And these are great suggestions. And hello, it's a pleasure to have you in the studio audience today, Sandra. Make sure you share the broadcast as well. We're talking with Cynthia Linox from the Cynthia Linox Show. She is actually graduating from our program, How to Start Your Own Show from Scratch. So we're going to take a commercial break and come back and hear more from her right after this break.
I have peace of mind with Silver Shield Security, which has been protecting my family and home, along with servicing the Carolinas for over a decade. Silver Shield Security knows the importance of convenience and safety. Whether you live in an apartment, a home, or run a business, they are here to protect you from unwanted intrusions and fires. Call now at 704-440-4688 or visit the website at www.silvershield-security.com. You can use my promo code #ToneX and get 1/2 off your installation price. Don't forget to ask about the new no money down options. Let Silver Shield Security help to give you peace of mind, just like me and my family, and keep your business safe.
Everyone, we are back and we're talking with Cynthia Linox from the Cynthia Linox Show. She actually is graduating from a program that we have called How to Start Your Own Show from Scratch. Now, I would love for you to tell everybody what even made you decide to have a show. Let's hear about that first. What made you do that?
Kim, it was a decision that happened, I guess, out of my own intuition that I'd been carrying, but I didn't know where or what. And I looked into different programs, Think and Grow Rich, and then I thought, no, that just didn't set. And when I went to that women's network meeting and you were the speaker, Kim, that was not even my plan for a show. And after you shared what you did, and I was mesmerized. I thought, oh my gosh. And sometimes you have to make a decision in the moment because that's where the energy is.
Right.
And it just it just spoke to me, my heart, and I thought, this is it. Oh, there's that picture. Now, Kim, I'm a pictures person. I document all of my wonderful experiences. As a matter of fact, that picture, as soon as I walked into the place, I said, "Oh, let's take a picture." You remember that?
Right. I remember.
I said,
especially with that beautiful tree back there. We were like, we have to capture.
Right, because and now you see, this just brings such great memories.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, you gave your speech, and I sat there and I thought, I wonder if this is the way that I need to go. But the thing of it is, you really have to make the right connection with the person because you came across so warm, but at the same time professional.
Wow.
Credible, authentic, believable. And I thought, this is it. And if you recall, I waited until everything was over, and I sat with you,
which was quite a long time because we were talking. It was the afterglow.
Yes.
It was a lot.
And I had no idea what this entailed. All I knew is that I wanted to reach a broader network of people to talk about being happy, to living with a happy mindset, and living on the bright side of life.
Right.
And I sat with you and you went over the particulars, and I thought, well, that is an investment. Right. But of course, I always think that I am worth it. I am worth investing in me. And because I said to my husband, I said, oh, let me just digress. You called me the next day.
Yeah.
I am so grateful for that, because had you not called me, I would have given myself so many reasons not to do it. Okay. That's the human element. And that's why sometimes we need to make a decision right away. I am telling you, Kim, I have not regretted 1 minute. Overwhelmed? Yes, because this is a whole new, path, career. And I am so used to having hold of things and
Right.
being in command and making decisions, thinking on my feet. In corporate America, I worked in
Yeah.
management. So I know what that requires. And I worked in a high stress or, environment.
Right.
And that was great.
Hmm.
But this animal is totally different. But just give me a couple shows and you will see this is going to launch and I've got this.
Oh, you more than have this. And just in talking about the training itself, I like for everybody to know that whenever we meet one-on-one for
Yes,
6 weeks, and that's just the minimum. I never just drop you off a cliff. If for some reason you need additional time, will
yeah.
be the additional time, whatever it takes for you to be able to get what you need from the training.
Which
But
you
one,
did, yeah.
huh?
Which you did with me. I needed another, couple training or so, and you afforded me that time, and I am so grateful.
Oh, it was my honor. It's been my
Yeah,
honor. And what we do is during that time frame, we get to go one-on-one and create everything that you need from scratch to be able to create your own show. And it
right.
literally is a show creation. You own
Yes,
the content, which I love that as well.
yes.
This training that we did together, we've learned a lot about each other. We've laughed, we cried, we've done a lot of things. I think it's really like a true personal.
Yes, yes. That's what I really appreciate, the one-on-one, because when you are with your clients, let me just talk about me. When you were with me, you gave me your undivided attention. You did not look at the clock to say, okay, it's an hour, I've got to go. You gave me time to answer questions and things that may be easy for you. You understood that this is all new for me, and you really afforded me that time to go slow.
Good.
Many times I was like conscious, like, oh, I'm just wasting her time. But no, you made me feel so well. I can't say you made me feel because I felt very confident with you, knowing that you had my best interests
Hmm.
at hand.
Wow. Well, that I didn't even know you thought all of that.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
so would you recommend the training to other people?
Oh gosh, I am telling you, I checked other organizations, and when I thought of being placed into a group of people, that just didn't that wasn't for me.
Hmm.
So when I realized this was going to be a one-on-one, that energy just resonated, and I recommend it. But and you may not know that you want to have a show, but if there's something in you that wants to get your message out there and just share with the world whatever it is that's on your heart, this is the way to go. A one-on-one, because number one, it's private and it's thorough. That's the whole thing, especially when you got into the technical part. I
Yeah.
said, Kim, I feel like I need to go to college for this. And it's I was like, wait a minute, she's getting so technical. You remember I asked you about that? I said, do you think I need to take a college course? Because yeah,
I'm like,
because
no, you'll be good.
yeah, you covered everything. Now, one of the things that I did also, I was very resourceful in checking
Yes.
things out and on my own, watching other shows, seeing how other people interact, and
Yes.
you do that on your own because you want different takes, and that worked for me. That's when I talk about you need to discover who you are,
That's right.
and you also encourage me to just be me, because when I look at you, you are such an expert, but that's many years of experience.
You know what? And literally the funniest part is I'm literally just being Kim. I'm not even
Right.
practicing or planning or strategizing. I'm just
Exactly.
coming
Yeah.
on here talking.
Yeah. It's not a performance, it's just being yourself. And that's the whole thing. When you are authentic, then that's how you come across. And that's what it is. As you said earlier, it's a conversation with your
Wow.
audience.
Well, I can definitely attest to how wonderful of a student you are too. And I think that's important that whenever any of you all that would come into the training program to learn more about starting your own show from scratch, coming with an open mind, coming with a notepad and
Yes.
with your questions and being able to really know that what's happening is for you.
Yes.
It's not just general information that's being shared, but it's customized just to meet your own individual needs to create your show from scratch. So, anyway, I'm going to take a break and let you hear from someone that we all know very well. And he is the person that helps pull out the greatness in everyone. At 78 years old, he's still pulling out greatness in other individuals. So, I'm going to play a clip by Dr. Les Brown, who also endorses our training program on how to start your own show from scratch. Take a look at this video. We'll be right back. Wait a minute. Of the Kim Jacobs Show, and you all know who's right here with me, Dr. Les Brown. How are you, Dr. Brown?
I'm blessed and highly favored. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a time you want to give yourself a competitive edge. If you got a message, you have some knowledge or experience, a story, or if you want to do something adventurous and exciting with your life that can increase your credibility, expose you to millions of people, I'm encouraging you to have your own talk show. I used to have a talk show. That one talk show catapulted me to another level. Now there are more people watching the internet, as you are aware, than television. Yes. Come on, somebody.
That's right.
Dr. Kim Jacobs, she trained people on how to have their own talk show. She will train you how to do that. And now with me working, partnering with her, now you have the combination of an audience, expansive audience. We have over 4 million people in all of our platforms, and the coaching you need to grow your business, to grow your multi-level marketing organization, to draw more attention to yourself in this noisy economy. Go ahead, Kim.
So in the training that I do, Les, I actually do a 6-week training. It's 1 hour per week. And each week I meet with the individuals one-on-one. We go through and we talk about all of the things that's necessary for a show to become a reality. We go from how to actually identify your focus area, what's going to be your ideal customer that's going to be tuning in. We'll talk about how to get guests, how to get sponsorship, how to go about getting your lighting, your branding, and your banners, and everything that you need to know. And guess what, Les? They own their own content at the end of the day.
And that's exciting. Now, if you're ready to create a shift in your business and in your life and increase your cash flow, I want you to go to KimJacobsConsulting.com. It's right there on the screen, KimJacobsConsulting.com. You know, people say opportunity knocks on every door. Right. No. Opportunity stands by silently waiting for you to recognize it. So I want you to recognize that this is a time for you. This is an incredible time to have your own talk show. It establishes a level of credibility.
Yes.
And by being exposed to people on a regular basis, it allows you to strategically begin to impact and attract your audience. She can take you in a place in yourself that you can't go by yourself. So go to KimJacobsConsulting.com. That's KimJacobsConsulting.com. Did I say KimJacobsConsulting.com? Yes, you did. Very good. Make sure you go there and sign up for the coaching, and we're looking forward to working with you. You have something special. You have greatness within you. That's my story, and that's Kim's story, and we're sticking to it. Bye for now.
Bye-bye. All right. Wait a minute. Let me unmute you. Okay, go ahead. What'd you say, Cynthia?
I love that commercial. I do.
Well, anytime you get the opportunity to be mentored by Dr. Les Brown, it is an honor and a privilege. He's one of the world's greatest motivational speakers in the world. And he's also just a regular person that genuinely loves people and
Right.
really wants the very best for you as an individual. So
Right.
that's another thing I believe that a show does for you. If those of you that are considering having your own show, keep in mind that you will be able to develop relationships with people that you may have never encountered. But now, because you have a show, because you formally have a platform to be able to invite them to be a guest or to be able to have them share their expertise with everybody else, it's a conversation starter. So keep those kind of things in mind when you are preparing to create your own show. So we're talking right now with Cynthia Linox from the Cynthia Linox Show. Tell everybody when your show is going to air and what they can expect when they tune in.
Okay, well, we're going to be starting June 1st, Thursday, June 1st at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, I'm in the Central Time Zone, so that would be 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we're going to be talking about health, wealth, and prosperity. Now, when we talk about prosperity, that means, to me, it's going to be mentally, emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually. If you are prospering in those areas, then you will live a fulfilled, purposeful life. So, not only are we going to be talking about that, I really want to hear uh, about people's life. How are you enjoying your life now? What are the things that are making you happy now? Your adventures, your travels. Some people may have a, highlight with the grandkids, whatever it is that makes you happy. And the thing of it is, you get to define what happiness means to you. Because what happiness means to me is totally different from what it may mean to you. So you define that and you recreate your own life so that you can enjoy it unapologetically.
Unapologetically, you're going to get to enjoy your life. You're going to live vicariously through the Cynthia Linox Show. And I'm going to pop some pictures up so that you can actually see some of the ways that Cynthia Linox lives her life. What we're going to do is take a commercial break and hear from our next episode sponsor, which is ConfidenceTones.com. When we come back, we're going to see some of the extravagant life of Cynthia Linox. We'll be right back, everyone, right after this break.
Welcome to Confidence Tones, where we use a proprietary audio development formula called audio immersion to provide an experience that's designed to help quickly and effortlessly generate positive change in the subconscious mind when used correctly. This experience is achieved using 4 primary building blocks: brainwave modulation, invocation of positive emotions, immersive imagination stimuli, and developmental suggestion. We know of no other source in the world that provides the synergistic combination. With a good pair of headphones, you'll be able to immerse yourself into audio that's designed specifically to help you feel better, do better, and live better.
All right, everyone, we're back. And again, we're talking with Cynthia Linox from the Cynthia Linox Show. Let me let you know, too, that you can get in touch with Dr. Jody Bear. If you are interested in learning more about confidence tones, you can call her at 800-820-0584. Yes, okay, 0584. That's 800-820-0584. Or you can visit drjod.com to learn more. Now, Cynthia, tell us about I'm going to pop some pictures up and you
Okay.
narrate. How about that? Okay. Let's
Okay.
start here because this was a time that was interesting. So let's just start here for a minute.
Oh my goodness, Kimberly, that was during the pandemic era, which was a couple years ago. I took up roller skating, which I can do. I'm a great roller skater.
Me too.
Oh, really? I just absolutely love it. Of course, since I can go to the gym and I love roller skating. So one day I was roller skating and had a freak accident. It was a freak accident.
Oh,
And I shattered my ankle. I mean, it was in pieces. I just shattered it.
oh,
And when I went to the doctor, she said, you really need to have this done right away, surgery right away. Well, that's not always possible. So my husband, made some calls, called
mm,
his doctor. We got one of the best orthopedic surgeons. I was in surgery the next day.
mm.
I mean, and he just fixed me up so well. And he said, you will be skating again in 8 weeks. Well, guess what? I believed him. I took that and I said, in 8 weeks I'll be able to skate again. So when they were getting ready to put the cast, I had an option of different colors,
Right.
and I thought, you know what, I need. And mind you, my husband and I did this. He said, honey, we got this. We're gonna get you well, and it's not a big deal. We won't.
Right.
Not something to, you don't need sympathy. You don't need. We'll just get this.
We're
So
gonna get
anyway,
through
I
this.
chose this color cast. It was like one of the, and I thought this will brighten me up, and it was really significant because when I looked at it, in my mind, it's like this is fun.
Right.
you know, at the time I was not in any pain, but of course discomfort, lots of discomfort.
Right.
My husband got me a scooter to scoot around in the house,
Mm.
and we navigated through that situation such a breeze. I mean, it was not an issue. We did not make an issue out of it. I was home for
Right.
like 2 months,
Hmm.
and I remember my friends calling me, let's go have lunch. And I said, well, I hurt my ankle, and they thought I just had sprained my ankle.
Right. Right.
So when I met with them and I explained, they were angry. They said, we could have brought you food, we could have done this, we could have done, which of course I've got great friends
Of course.
and I appreciated that. But we just thought this is no big deal. We'll navigate through this and we'll get. And now I am back to skating.
That's well, I haven't ventured back to my skating because I actually in my garage went skating during the pandemic and everything. And same thing. I was
Right,
like, you know what? I'm gonna do this right here. So
right.
I got my skates and I was doing it. And I slipped up in the garage, went up in the air, fell back on my back, and
Oh,
I was in the garage by myself. My cell phone was somewhere else, and I
oh,
was screaming and hollering. I was like, "I've fallen, I've fallen, I've fallen," and I, yeah, I'm really big on always saying, be careful because you don't want to fall and fall on the concrete and
right,
bust
right,
your head, or so I say silly stuff, right?
right, right.
Uh, I'll say I bust my head on the concrete or something silly, but
Right.
I'm like, you really have to be careful what you say because sometimes you
Exactly.
call those things into existence.
Exactly.
I
Yes.
will never say that again, that I'm gonna bust nothing. So my son came and he was like, Mom, what is going on? And he grabbed me up and helped me. I had to go into get some back specialists to look at things. All kind of crazy stuff happened from that.
Yeah, and this was a freak accident, right? I
Right.
mean, it's something that happens when you skate.
But
But
the takeaway that I'm hearing from you, Cynthia, is that pretty much no matter what is happening in life, that I'll let you say it in your own words. What does it mean no matter what's happening in life? What's the philosophy from your perspective?
it's your mindset. I could have made this situation a woe is me, call everybody and get sympathy, thoughts and prayers and all that. And that's okay
Yeah.
if that's where you're at. But I wanted to accelerate my healing. I didn't want to see myself as ill, sick,
Mhm.
incapacitated. I didn't want to see myself that way. So that's why I chose that cast, that color. And every day I was, animated. I was encouraged. I would get up, and fortunately, I could, take care of myself. And when my husband would leave to the office, he would be concerned, but I would be like, I've got this. I had my scooter going around the house, and I took the doctor's words when he
Right.
said in 8 weeks you'll be fine. I believed that, and I held on to that. And he was correct. In 6 weeks, I could see myself walking. And of course, he transitioned from the cast to a removable cast, and
That's
I was
good.
fine. Yeah.
Good. What an inspiration. Tell us about some more of these pictures that we have here. Tell us this.
Oh, that picture was taken in Madrid, Spain. We were scheduled, it was my birthday month, July, and we had planned. I said to my husband, I want to wake up in Madrid for my birthday. I'm not, I don't want a big party or whatever. I want to wake up in Madrid. So we had that looking forward to, and we had great expectations. And then suddenly my brother in law passed away.
Oh my gosh.
Months before. Remember, we already had plans, for this vacation. So he passed away, and my husband with his brother, they were very close. He is close to our hearts, him and his wife and his kids and so forth.
Wow.
And and he's in Costa Rica. So, we had to fly there and so forth. So we decided, it's too painful. We're not going to go. And then the more I thought of it, I thought, you know what? I thought, that's not, Eric is gone, and that's not going to change anything. And we're alive, and I have a birthday coming up, and we can celebrate my birthday and celebrate the life he lived, because he lived a good life. And we had a good relationship with him, great memories and so forth. So I said, you know what? We're going to go. And, my husband and I, of course, made that decision. We rebooked everything. We got our plane tickets. We got hotel reservations. We booked a tour to Toledo in Spain. And we went. We traveled, and we had a great time. As a matter of fact, I was asking my husband the other day, I said, you know what? We weren't even sad. We were sad, but not grieving. We didn't grieve, but, we were sad because when you think of the absence of Eric,
of the person being here on this earth, that is devastating.
Yeah, it's sad, but we didn't grieve to where we couldn't function. We were thinking, because had he been alive, he would have been happy for us traveling. He would have been, he would have celebrated that whole adventure.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so we went, and we had a great time, and I'm glad we did, because now, see, that's also in Spain, because now we have something to remember. And when we see those pictures, who do we think of? We think about Eric.
Eric, of course.
Yeah, so
and he's probably celebrating with you all, right? Watching and smiling and celebrating your experience as you're celebrating.
Yeah, that's a tour. It was just great, and I'm glad that we did that, because now when we think of him, we don't grieve. We just remember the happy moments we shared with him on our many visits to Costa Rica.
That is very inspiring. But I do think that it takes a different type of mindset to even, because there's so many people, even people that are tuning in right now, or that will watch the replays or hear it on the audio podcast devices, that may want to know, where do they initially begin to even get or grab hold, as my grandma would say, grab hold to that concept of that happy mindset?
The thing is, Kim, I love me, and there is no secret about that. I love me, and I understand me, and I know that I want to be happy. But that's not a unique desire. Everybody wants to be happy. So you have to make a choice how to get there. And the one energy that we have total control of is our thoughts. Our thoughts is something that we control 100%. Even if somebody else influence your thoughts, but you have the power to navigate, to receive, to reject, to filter. And I have learned that so well, and I apply that every single day. That things come into my life, circumstances, situations, events, people. I mean, just blessings. Things just come into my life. They just show up. I mean, seriously. And my husband and I, we just marvel. We're like, can you believe that? And
can you believe this happened? Right.
Yeah. But it happens like every day. And now we have come to expect it. So it's really a mindset. That's why I mentioned earlier, happiness is not just all great adventure and
Right.
no, it's a mindset. So if I am still at home, sitting still or meditating, I am happy
Yeah.
with the person. I am happy in my
With
moment.
me, with who
With
God
me,
created
yeah.
me.
And as you do that, it also frees you up to celebrate others. That's why I
That's
can
right.
celebrate your joy. I can celebrate
Yeah.
your success. There's no competition. There's no envy. There's no jealousy. There's
That's right.
none of that. Why?
I
Because
agree.
I know me and I like me, and you should do the same. And when we are all fulfilled in our own path, then we can all be happy for
That's right.
ourselves and for others.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
And if I may share this with you also. Now, when I met with a friend over the weekend, and we were talking about celebrating yourself. Now, some people don't like to hear you talk about yourself. I don't have any issues with that because that's not my issue.
Right.
Now, some people interpret it as being prideful or arrogant.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see it that way. I see it as being confident and assertive. Pride and arrogance is when you think is when you think
We can hear that. Hey, hey, hey.
that was not supposed to happen.
It's like, might as well be happy in the moment, right? You know what? Believe it or not,
That will
Cynthia.
go off. I am so sorry.
No, guess what? The beautiful part is in life when you're dealing with like CNN and all these other major platforms, they have things that happen right in the middle of the show too. And guess
That's
what?
that's my ringtone. So imagine that. If I use it at home and I hear that, I always
Hey,
oh,
so even the ringtone makes you happy. It's like, there
oh,
you
that
go.
is, that shows you that I set things up what works for me to keep
Right.
it this way. But as I was saying
Intentionally.
about, as I was saying about pride and arrogance is when you think you are better than someone else.
Right.
And that's a fallacy. That's a crazy thought.
Yeah.
But when you are confident, like I see you as a confident woman and assertive in who you are, then you can talk about yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not being boastful. If it's a fact, as a matter of fact, when I have people on my show, I'm going to encourage them to celebrate themselves. And if they have accomplishment, they can talk about that because this is a safe place where they can land.
Oh, y'all are going to be in for a treat on the Cynthia Linox Show every weekday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I see you, Dr. Peters, who's in charge of a wonderful platform called Believe in Your Dreams Television and Network. She is the president and founder, and she's on. She said, believing is where the power is. Glad to have you on, Dr. Peters. I see you saying, yes, the mindset does matter. And thank you for that comment. Dr. Tina J. Ramsey, who is over CTR Media Network, which the Kim Jacobs Show streams there in 100 countries and 350 million households. She says, that sounds great. Your show sounds great. And so she's excited about that.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. Thank you all so much for your comment. Oh, good morning, ladies. It's graduation time. Yes, what a blessing. Congratulations, a Facebook user said. Change is great, Sandra Rumpf Jackson says as well. And wow, there's some good stuff that's happening here on the Kim Jacobs Show today. The Kim Jacobs Consulting, how to start your own show from scratch is what we're here discussing today. If you are interested and you don't know where to begin, we have a 6-week training program, one-on-one. And as you heard Cynthia already say, that one-on-one helped her make the decision to take the training because it wasn't just a group session. It was one-on-one customized training. You can learn more about the program at kimjacobsconsulting.com. That's kimjacobsconsulting.com. You also saw the video with Dr. Les Brown endorsing the program. So take a listen. Take a moment to review more and reach out to me for a one-on-one consultation. I'll be happy to talk to you about it. All right, Cynthia. So weekdays, 3:00 p.m., they're going to be in for a happy treat as they tune into your show.
Great.
And I know too, I saw this, some delicacies that, what in the world? Tell us.
I think I mentioned to you that I make the best flan. When every time we go to a party and they ask to bring something, it's always my flan. And you know what a flan is, right?
Wait, no, I don't.
Oh, really? Well, it's like a custard. It's like a
Oh, well, yeah, girl, if you said custard, that's you guys just say regular old stuff. You talking about Spain and Madrid and Costa Rica. I done traveled the country and I done traveled around the world in a lot of places, but I didn't realize that custard was what, flank?
flan. Yes, FLAN. But
Flan. Okay, no.
it doesn't taste. It doesn't taste like regular custard. This one is.
So is it sweet potato pudding?
No, it's made of eggs and sweetened condensed milk and 3 types of milks and
Oh, I
yeah.
can't wait to taste
Oh
it.
no, whenever you're in Dallas, I'm telling you, you are coming here and I'm gonna fix you a flan.
So I'm gonna come. I'm here. Let me just tell you how I'm gonna walk in. Wait a minute. Hello. I would like. I'm here to receive my flan. Is it warm or is it cold?
It's cold. It's cold. But you're gonna have more than flan. That would be the dessert. You'll have more than flan.
Oh, girl. Okay, so when I come in, I'm gonna say, I'm here to have my Madrid experience, and I would like some flan. And I'm gonna be very, very bougie. I can tell you in advance. Okay. I'm telling you in advance, so get your mind right, and I'll be ready for that experience. So I expect for you to treat me well when I arrive in Dallas. I'm just being silly.
Minimum. You'll get more than that.
That looks delicious, by the way.
It is.
Okay, and let's see, what is this? Now I'm not interested in that.
Well, now we don't make that's octopus. We don't cook octopus. I tasted that when we were in Portugal, in Lisbon. And my friend, we were with another couple and she ordered it. And I was like, what is that? Of course I had my face all cramped up and I tasted it. And now wherever they serve octopus, that's what I order. It is a delicacy. It is delicious.
Okay. I am not. Well, I will definitely use my card. I'm allergic to shellfish. I'll start saying stuff.
Oh, okay.
I am literally. I'm just going to say that for sure when somebody brings that up. All right. This has just been a great discussion, learning more about you, Cynthia Linox. And let's see. I do have a video before I even play this episode sponsor, which is Jeremiah J. Jacobs. JeremiahJJacobs.com is one of our episode sponsors as well. That I talk about him. He's my son. He fights and kicks cystic fibrosis in the head, 18 years old, but he just recently graduated from high school and he's an actor. He does a lot of different things that he wears hats, and I'm very proud of him. He will be a billionaire. I can tell you that. Put that in when you say speaking things into existence. Jeremiah Jacobs will be a billionaire. You'll remember his name.
I agree with that. Yes.
But before I play the commercial right quick from him, did you want to say anything?
Well, actually, Jeremiah is more than just an actor and a recent graduate. He is a website creator, and I've been working with Jeremiah. He's creating my website, but I'm telling you, he is really a spin-off of you, Kim. He really is. His temperaments and his concern. He's working with me one-on-one. And I said to my husband, I hope I'm not too demanding, but I know what I want. And he gets me. Like, he wrote some script for me, and I said, well, no, that's not me. And so I gave him, the way I write. And as a matter of fact, I look to him for, for suggestions, for his input, and he has been so helpful. So if someone wants to create a website or any art thing for the, online media, I would encourage them to check out Jeremiah Jacobs, because he's just great to work with.
Wow. And I had no idea you're going to say that at all. And Jeremiah blows my mind. I was like, are you taking care of the lady that I'm referring to you? And he was like, Mom, I have it totally under control. I was like, well, don't you want to show me what's going on?
No, he's totally different. And I noticed that he's a business of his own.
Yes.
And
he really is. And
yes, I sense that.
I'm
Yeah.
thoroughly impressed, but I was like, well, if I'm referring somebody to you, you're going to at least show me one thing, anything. And he pulled out this professional proposal that he had created for you. I was like, that's better than anything I've ever done. I could not believe he had created this professional proposal that was
Yes.
mind blowing.
Yes.
With every little detail and animation, all of it. I was like, wow.
I have no regrets. I am so glad because, again, we work well together. Just like in your training, you and I just work so well together. It's the same with Jeremiah. I can call him and, we Zoom and it's just great. I'm in my comfort zone with him, being that it's something new. This is a new career, new field for me. So I really need help.
Well, I'm glad that he's helping. Let me play a quick video from Jeremiah right quick and give you a chance to learn more about Jeremiah J. Jacobs' services. And let me put it up here right quick. Here you go.
A digital marketing specialist, a web designer, and also a web developer. Odds are you're a business owner watching this video. If so, you may be struggling with digital marketing and or building the right website for your business. But that's where I come in, to help you build a website that you're proud of and also hit your target audience. So let me help you build the better business you deserve. For examples of websites that I've worked on, check out my website, jeremiahjjacobs.com. That website in itself is also an example because I built it, and it's an example of a one-pager. To get more information on the plans that I offer, contact me at info@jeremiahjjacobs.com. I repeat, info@jeremiahjjacobs.com. That is my email, not a website. So hopefully you guys have a great day, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye.
All right, Jeremiah. Bye, sweetie. That's my 18-year-old son. And also he is an episode sponsor and he uses his funds to support some of his funds anyway, to support the Kim Jacobs Show. So I don't take that for granted or lightly. And if you are interested as well in being a supporter of the Kim Jacobs Show and donating to our program, which goes to a lot of different production, preparation, subscriptions, things to just make the show daily be what it is. Any amount that you donate is greatly appreciated. You can do it at Cash App, Kim Jacobs Inc., paypal.me/Kim Jacobs Inc., or Venmo at the Kim Jacobs Show, or just become a Patreon member at patreon.com/the Kim Jacobs Show. All right, Cynthia Linox, we are going to get prepared to close out this wonderful celebration because you are here to do what? Graduate. We're here to graduate. Are you ready to kick this show off on what date again? Let everybody know.
It's going to be June 1st, Thursday, and it's going to be at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, and it's going to be a daily show.
Every weekday at 3 p.m.
Monday through Friday, yes.
Make sure you're in your virtual seats tuning in to the Cynthia Linox Show. Yes. And it is going to be a happy space, a happy place, a happy mindset for you to experience what comes through her pores. Some things are just embedded in a person. And what happiness is inside of her. So it's the only thing that can ooze out of her is what's inside of a person. So I'm so happy that you're going to be hosting your new show, the Cynthia Linox Show. Yeah. And thank you for trusting me with your show creation. I really appreciate that.
Yes. Well, it's been a pleasure, Kim. It's been more than 6 weeks training for me.
I didn't even charge you extra. I told you if you end up having to take a little bit longer.
Yeah, but it also motivates me to take a look in sponsoring your show and so forth. So that's a good thing. I am just grateful for the one-on-one because I needed that. When you raise your hand for a question, you are the only one. So that's great. It's not like in the classroom you have to, in a group setting where you have to attend to all the students. No, when I raised my hand, you were responding to me, and that's a good feeling.
Well, I'm glad. You can go ahead and learn more too at kimjacobsconsulting.com, and we can book our one-on-one consultation to determine if you're ready to move forward with your own show creation. All right, so let me pull this up. I'm excited. And everybody, flood the comments with celebratory comments right now. Hashtag the Cynthia Linox Show. Congratulations and all of that good stuff. Let's just go ahead and just play a little bit of background. The epic graduation song. It's the buildup of the graduation of Cynthia Linox. Let's see. Today, we present you, Cynthia Linox, with your certificate of completion. Thank you so much, Cassandra, for preparing the certificate for me. I greatly appreciate it. She's one of our staff and team members as well. Certificate of completion, the Kim Jacobs online course, How to Start Your Own Show from Scratch, is presented to Cynthia Linox today, May 23rd, 2023. Now, if you're ever watching this as a replay, this is because this is the official day that she received her certification of becoming a new talk show host through the Kim Jacobs Show, How to Start Your Own Show from Scratch program. Congratulations. How do you feel?
I feel great. I just keep chuckling because I had that on airplane mode, and then it rang, and then that little that just shows, Kim, that's me.
Yes.
That I do things around me that makes my life happy.
Yes.
Upbeat, positive, optimistic, and it works for me. So that was a definite example.
And you can't hide who you are. And so who you are is just a happy person. And even in the midst of trials and tribulations and storms and death and different things that we experience, we may not always be smiling at that moment, but it still is just happiness lies within. And so I am so grateful that we've connected, because I don't really want to cross paths, because but that we've connected paths, that God allowed that to happen. And I cannot wait for your show to kick off June 1st, everyone. What's the closing comment that you want to share?
I really want people to take time to study themselves. You need to take time to know who you are and start shifting things that are no longer working for you.
Yes.
Filter out things, and some of those things could be in your circle. I've had to make some changes in my own circle because that's just the way it is. When you realize, when you learn who you are, you have got to tread a path alone, and not lonely, because you'll always have people like yourself new people that come into your path. But the thing is to really get to know who you are and choose the happiness that you desire, because everyone, I am free to say that everyone really desires to be happy.
That's a fundamental desire that I believe any person has. So
exactly. So
I'm grateful you're going to be addressing that on your show, and I can't wait when I know I'm just looking for that happy space and just want to feel better. I want to just feel better. You want to feel better in life sometimes. I'm definitely going to be.
And you know what? As a result of that, Kim, you really begin to attract things. Really, it's just like a magnet. You begin to attract things because the energy you emanate, you attract good experiences, situations, etc. So there's a definite advantage.
Good. I didn't play a video for this particular episode sponsor, but I do want to acknowledge Getinsured.solutions. If you are dealing with your family members, and we all know the end of life is going to come for us at some point. When that's the case, you want to be able to talk with a representative to be able to know how to have some of the finances stay with the family versus having to pour it all into burial expenses. So you can reach out to Samantha Benson at Getinsured.solutions. Her phone number is 704-499-3616, and let her know the Kim Jacobs Show sent you her way. And you'll they do what they say they're going to provide. They do provide that, because I can definitely speak from personal experience with that. All right. And I've already shared our other episode sponsors today. MajorPT.com is another one. If you're looking to have a weight loss journey, or if you're even bulking, another one of my sons, Ivan Jacobs, actually lost about 100 pounds, and he too battles cystic fibrosis, but he made a personal declaration that he was going to lose weight, and went from about 300 pounds to whatever he is now at that weight. And he's NASM certified, National Association of Sports Medicine certified, and he's taken 5 new clients. So reach out to MajorPT.com and let them know the Kim Jacobs Show sent you. All right, everybody, tune in every weekday at 3 p.m. to the Cynthia Linox Show.
Thank you.
I kind of can say I believe you'll be happy after you finish watching that show. Thank you, Cynthia, for being here today.
You, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Thank you. I see all of your congratulatory comments, everybody. We'll pop them up. I see congratulations. Congratulations. I don't see the names because I don't have my glasses. Oh, DC Eastman said, congratulations, Cynthia.
Thank you.
And who else said something? I saw somebody else. I think it's my mom. She said, congratulations, Cynthia.
Oh, thank you.
All of your congratulatory messages, we see them flooding in. We appreciate you all. Tune in again tomorrow. We have a veteran that's going to be coming on, U.S. Navy veteran, and he's talking about veteran mental health trauma. So be in your virtual seats tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a great day, everybody.
Okay, bye-bye.
Take care, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Kim Jacobs Show, and for being in the virtual studio audience. Your presence truly does make a difference, and I look forward to you bringing your friends and family to join you in the virtual studio audience Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I look forward